Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine. We're presented by the Navy Federal Credit Union. Pleased to be joined now by a local product to the Academy, Keegan Shreves. And, Keegan, for you and your teammates, a week like this, certainly right now, practice isn't optimal because of the incredibly tough weather we've had here. What is preparation like right now for you guys as you get set for clearly one of the biggest matches you'll play all year here at the Naval Academy?
Preparation, honestly, especially for the fall season, Army Navy being our biggest match, preparation starts from the beginning. So playing in these tournaments is all kind of getting ready to play in the Army Navy match. So despite this bad weather, I feel as if we're prepared already.
Clearly, by the end of the week, it looks like certainly, what's left of Ian may finally exit the East Coast here at some point. But how much does that factor into the conditions of the course there? I mean, it's been a while since you all have seen it, but the fact that, you and Braxton are the, senior members on this club, how do you get the rest of your teammates acclimated to what they may be facing coming up this weekend, especially for those that haven't played it?
Definitely. I think I may be the only one who have played the course with this team. So this practice round coming up on Thursday is going to be huge for our team. In relation to the weather, I looked up at the weather. It doesn't seem too bad. Maybe heavier winds because of the storm, but other than that, the course is awesome. Kind of gets hidden in the trees for a few holes, but can't forget that's on top of the mountain, so wind does play a big factor in there.
No doubt about that. How fun is this format that you all play?
Oh, it's awesome. It's my favorite, especially with this rivalry. It feels like a Ryder Cup in that sense. Playing with your teammate and in the 4-ball match is awesome. And then going into the Saturday, playing singles, it's just you versus the other person is my favorite.
You have never surrendered a full point in singles play in this format. I don't want to jinx you, but what mental toughness, as much as executing the physical shots in golf, we know it's an incredibly difficult sport to play for those of us that have ever had the club in our hand, but how much of it is mental throughout this type of format, especially when it's just mano a mano, one-on-one?
Yeah, it's very mental. I know for a few of my matches, I've played their captains the last 2 years. So I've gotten to play their better people. And I sometimes go down early. Like I remember going down 2 down early through 2. It's important. You just have to realize it's a long day and there's a lot of golf left to be played. So if you go down early, a lot of people already kind of surrender. But just make your pars and birdies, and hopefully the guy kind of messes up here and there, and that's when you pounce on your opportunity. So I just tell my teammates that it's going to be a long day, and everyone's going to have bad holes here and there. So just get your opportunities there.
In a sport where individual play means everything, even within the team concept, I love talking to athletes that play in these types of formats. The fact that, hey, you can't call a timeout and say, hey, man, you come hit this next shot for me, and things like that. Is that one of the things that makes this sport so rare? And obviously those that can play it in a highly skilled fashion, is that what makes it more satisfying when you're successful at it?
Yes, of course. It's hard for tournaments where it's like a 5 count 4. And sometimes some of us play bad and you have to count a bad score. And you always kind of ask yourself, hey, would that person have been better? But you can't, which I love. I love how you can't take timeouts and sub someone else in. So you just got to trust your other teammates, which I totally trust the Navy golf team to do well. So, yeah, it's just relying on your brothers.
Speaking of this team, new leadership. It's certainly unique not to have Coach Owen right there over your shoulder, but he, of course, now oversees all of Navy golf, the adaptation to Coach Dobbs now as the new leader of this program.
Coach Dobbs has come in. He came to Michigan 2 days after finally coming to the yard, and he's done a wonderful job. We all trust him. He knows what he's doing, especially with his success down at Barry. So everyone has the utmost respect for him, and we are looking forward to the years to come with him. He's going to do a great job.
I was going to say, I mean, again, this is an individual sport. Each guy plays the game differently. It's not like you guys are machines that all play the same way. some guys like draws, other guys like other types of shots. Developing that relationship with a new coach now, what is that dynamic like? Because it's not quite like team sports. Hey, in football, man, we're running the same plays to go to the same place. Basketball, same thing. Golf's a unique deal.
Yes, Coach Dobbs, especially back at Barry, he's very adamant about trusting his players, and when they get on the golf course, letting them do their own thing, which I'm all about. He's very active during practice time. So he works with us a lot there and works with us on the course during the practice rounds, but he definitely lets us play and do it ourselves, which is the perfect thing. He's doing a great job.
Your dad obviously played this game. I assume at some point early in your life, you took this game up. You grew up near some of the best courses this area has to offer, as you played over at Georgetown Prep. When was golf? When did you know golf was the vehicle to bigger and better things here for you?
I started golf early. Yeah, my dad playing at University of Virginia was definitely helped me get into it at a young age. And then I think 8th grade, I had to choose going into high school whether I was going to play golf or lacrosse. And I thought golf was just I loved it. Unique sport where like my friends didn't play, but thought I was pretty good at it, and it was going to be a great way to get here. And that's what the ultimate goal was.
Would have to ask you, living in the shadows of them, ever play around at Avenel or Congressional over in that area?
I'm actually a member at Congressional, so I'm lucky to be over there and get like the practice facilities.
I was going to say, and let's face it, I mean, those are some of the finest facilities that we have to offer in the area. To be able to play that, and look, let's face it, that's a difficult course. So if you can hit some shots on that course, you can hit them just about anywhere. How much did that and does that help you continue to develop your game here?
Oh, it definitely does. Especially they just redid the course with Andrew Green, who also redid the course here. But having two courses at Congressional, which were totally different, one being tight and the other one being more open with the factor of wind, was huge into my development. Having great coaches like John Scott over there was all so beneficial to where I am now.
I was going to say, at some point, have you beaten Dad in a round of golf?
Oh, yes. Especially in these upcoming years. Like when I got to high school, I hit it a little further. But yeah, it's still competitive. He gets out there. He doesn't play much, but when he does, he can go out and fire like a 67 without even thinking about it. So it's competitive.
I was going to say that I think that competition probably, as father and son, maybe means as much as anything for those of us that have ever competed, with our parents about anything. Finally, as you guys, obviously head up to West Point here, what is the key to winning this? As you mentioned, you found success as a team last year to send Nick out in such a winning fashion. How do you duplicate that success this year?
The most important part is obviously be confident going into it. We're going to have a good strategy, so I'm pumped about that. And also just getting the ball into play off the tee. I think that's like the defense of the course, where it's in the trees, mountains, so it's a little tighter, but it's a short course, so it shouldn't be a problem. Rely on your teammate in the 4-ball, play your own golf, and if you play well, like Coach Dobbs says, no one's going to beat you if you play well.
Keegan, great stuff, my friend. Appreciate the time today. Best of luck to you and your teammates this weekend up at West Point.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it for your time.